Just trying to get set up. Sure, we'll go with that. Hello. Hello. I actually almost cancelled these sprints today because I'm not feeling particularly well. I kind of woke up with a bit of a cough. Not a cough, like a sore throat. Um, so that's not good. And now I am feeling really, really nauseous. So fun times all around. Um, on the agenda today is try and read something. Like I'm doing well enough for the month so far. I mean, we're currently on the 4th and I've already read 2 books. So I'm doing okay. So the 2 books I've already read, well, one was a manga, which was Servamp Volume 1, and I very much enjoyed that. It's a manga about like these vampires that are like kind of like the seven deadly sins. Um, they're like the top vampires, and they can all kind of like shapeshift into something. And the one that we follow is Sloth, and it can um, shapeshift into a cat. That is very, very cute. Um, it's a really interesting concept, and I have been enjoying it. It is a little bit confusing though for the first volume, but I try not to judge manga on its first volume because that first volume sometimes isn't great. But I will be continuing that series. It was a good time. And then the other book I've already finished this month is Hideout, which is the third book in the Timothy Blake series, which is a series I very, very much enjoy. I had a good time with this one, but I would say it was my least favorite of the series so far. It didn't have, it didn't have the same oomph as the first two. But now I gotta read something else. So I will need some help trying to figure out what I want to read. I've pulled 3 options because when I'm doing sprints, I always want to read something physically because I don't read physically otherwise. So I've pulled out 3 books I have to read physically this month, and I would like some input on what I should read. So, first up, is that a mark? Oh, it is. Gross. Alright, I got that fixed. First up is Well Travelled by Jen DeLuca. This is the 4th in the Well Met series, which I don't know if it's getting any more books. I would love information about that. This is a contemporary romance set at Renaissance fairs, which is very, very fun. I've been enjoying the series so far. Interested to see what this one will be like. I know I don't sound interested in anything right now. That's because I'm sick, but that's fine. Next up, I have Alice by Christina Henry. This is a dark Alice in Wonderland retelling, which I started several months ago. How many pages in did I get? I got like 60 pages into this, and I had to put it down because I did get triggered by this because I didn't know that there was sexual assault in it when I read it. So, reading some of the flashbacks, I was like, holy crap, I need to stop. So I stopped, but I've been really, really wanting to continue because it was a really interesting story. Um, yeah, so I'm keen to read that, but that is my next option. And then the last one for today is The Flames of Albion by Jean Z. Menzies, which is a sapphic fantasy book about dragons and like dragon eggs. So, oh, there's a random little chart in there. Did not know that. I am interested to read this. It sounds fun. I read the first chapter for a triad chapter a couple years ago, and it was interesting, and I still remember what happened in that first chapter, but I will obviously reread it when I have to read this. I don't really have a preference. Like I said, I'm not feeling super great today, but these are my options. Like, I could maybe just read something else, but I also don't know if I'm in the mood for reading today. Oh, today has just kind of kicked me in the teeth. But that's fine. I also have, I'm going to show you, this looks weird, but I have my little wheat bag on. This is a wheat bag that, like, look, Ma, no hands. Love this from the Spoonie Society. It's a good time. I really want to buy all of the Halloween prints because, ooh, they look very cool. But I've already spent money on these, so whatever. But I have that on because nausea and slight pain, so fun time for me. I'm going to try and not complain these entire sprints, but, we'll see how this goes. Hello, hello. What are you going to be reading today? Hello, Tracy. Yes, what is everyone going to be reading or doing today? Hello, Becca. Ooh, Bad Blood. That's, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I may potentially read that this month. I'm not sure. But yeah, hello. If you're here for just now or for hours, either is totally fine. Also, theatre-related stuff sounds fabulous. Ooh, on Friday. That's nice. I am keen to read, and I know it's like one of Kirsty's favorites, and I always want to read anything that Kirsty enjoys. And like, she's the reason that I picked it up in the first place because we were gonna do a like collaborative vlog thing of like we each picked 3 books for each other to read. We did the picking of the books, and then we didn't super do anything else after that. And then, yeah, because I got just kind of stuck with this one, we didn't do any more. But I'm keen to read that. It sounds like it'll be an interesting time. Hello, Erin. How are you going? What are you going to be getting up to today? Go with well met if you're not feeling well. Yeah, true. True. Yes, that is a good shout. Payback in Death. Oh, okay. Doesn't that author have like 1 trillion books? I just see that name everywhere. And isn't it like is that the one that's like a pen name for Nora Roberts or something? Who I also haven't read any of their books either, so. It does. And I was just thinking a couple days ago, because, yeah, because I went to the doctor and like for something else, and he asked me like a bunch of questions about how I'd been feeling just like in general as like a checkup. And he mentioned, he was like, "Oh, how's the nausea?" And I was like, "You know what? I haven't felt nauseous in months. Like, it's doing great. No need to worry about it." And then last night, sorry, there's like a helicopter. It's like circling. It's coming to find me. Yeah, but last night I got super nauseous. Oh my god, it was the most intense nausea I've had in a very long time. Um, and then yeah, it came back this afternoon. This morning I was fine, and then as soon as I finished lunch, my stomach was like, no. And then I've been like this ever since. So fun times. And I don't have any of my nausea pills because I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. I don't need a prescription anymore. Like, it's fine. It wasn't fine. Silly me. Ooh, grading quizzes. I'm having sort of panic. Oh no. If you want to complain, feel free to complain. I'm complaining about my body right now, so join the club of complainingness. I am sorry that you are not having a good time though. listening to an audiobook, whichever one I'm watching, the Anita Blake series. No, that's Cassidy Blake. Who's Anita Blake? I know Anita Blake. How about you look it up, Ren? Good idea. Yes. That series. Yup. Gotcha. I like some of those covers. But yeah, that's cool. Ooh, hang a picture. Ooh, what's it of? That's cool. I have a little pile. Wait, there. All of that right there, using my thumb to point is very strange. That's a whole bunch of prints that I have that I've just been like collecting for about a year. And they're gonna be in my house whenever that gets built. But yeah, they just kind of stay there because I don't hang them up in here because I just can't be bothered. But yeah, that's cool. Are you nearly finished the Anita Blake series? Because you've been reading those for a while, haven't you? Ooh, yes. Love gallery walls. I can't do them, but I love them. Sorry. Yeah, start small. Hang one. One is good. It is really awful because then it's like you just can't do anything else. And like I haven't been doing anything else today, at least ever since lunch. I did stuff in the morning. I went shopping and I voted. So if you're in Australia, vote at some point. Oh, hold on, it's the vet. Excuse me. Hello? Hi. Super sorry about all of that. Oh, not meaning to click that. Yeah, very, very sorry. Yeah, the vet called and I had to take that call, which I'll get to in a second. Um, but yes, I've read all of this, and that sounds really awful, and no wonder you're panicking. It's a total mistake. I hope no one blames you too much, but I'm so sorry this is happening. Very stressful situation. I hope it all gets sorted out well. Um, okay, yes, hello. He's been cool. Hello, sorry, I'm just. So, um, let's just do this, shall we? Because I don't know what's going to happen right now. So, I had a call from the vet. So, if any of you were aware, you've seen on my Instagram, Chopper, my darling dog, he has had a lump on his backside for a long time now. And I decided to get it biopsied on Tuesday last week. And there was a whole kerfuffle with that because he kept bleeding and it wasn't clotting properly, so he had to have the Dundies on. That all clotted up eventually, so that's all fine. But that call just then was about the biopsy results. Um, and it's a mast cell tumor, so there's that. Um, yeah. Um, he's going in for a CT scan tomorrow morning, and we're going to see how far this is spread, and we'll kind of go from there. Um, I'm really, really kicking myself right now because this lump has been growing for a year maybe, and I just ignored it for a really long time. I just thought it was like a cyst or something. And if I had gotten it biopsied when it first started growing, it wouldn't have had this amount of time to spread. And even if I had got it biopsied several months ago, like properly biopsied, because several months ago I asked them to like test it, and they just like did like a bit of an injection to pull out some of the cells or something. And the results from that were they couldn't tell because there was not enough cells or something. But they said, oh, it's probably nothing. And like, if I had just done the biopsy then, that would have still been better. So I'm really, really upset with myself for being a shitty owner. Oh, hold on. I think they're calling me again. Okay, sorry about that. It was just um, a confirmation of his CT scan. I can't remember what I've said to this live stream and what I haven't, but yeah, so big lump, it's cancer. So yeah, what we're doing now is he will be having a CT scan tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., which is the call I just had. Um, it's at a different place to his normal vet because his normal vet couldn't do a CT scan for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, I can't handle not knowing for a month. Like, could not do that. So they've got him in somewhere else, and yeah, so they'll be doing the CT tomorrow morning. Um, Annoyingly, I was going to go to a concert tomorrow night. Um, I honestly don't think I'll be going anymore because, like, Chopper will have to stay at this vet place like all day because he'll have anesthesia and that they always kind of keep the animals there for a long time. Um, just, make sure everything's worn off and everything. And then, like, the way Chopper reacts to anesthesia, he gets really, really whiny after. It's like he just keeps like crying and crying and crying, which like totally fine. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go to my concert tomorrow. I'm gonna stay home with him. Yep, so we're getting the CT, which will tell us how far this is spread. I'm honestly not hopeful at all, considering how long that lump has been there. And like, I even remember back in the day when that lump wasn't even a lump, it was just a bit of rough skin. And I was like, oh, that skin texture is a little different to the rest of it. Interesting. And just ignored it. And then now it's this huge lump. And yeah. Um, yeah, so we're doing the CT tomorrow. That'll tell us how far it's spread. The results will take about 10 days to come through. And then once we see if it's spread, how far it's spread, then we can go on from there. Best case scenario, it hasn't spread, and then we just remove the lump and he goes on with his life. Um, then, like, if it has spread, like, there's an option to do chemotherapy, but I don't know if I can put him through that because I I saw my sister go through chemotherapy and it was the most awful thing. Wow, let's not cry. Such a great time to go live. But yeah, with it spreading, it'll just be what's gonna make him feel better. Maybe we don't remove the lump because if it has spread a lot, then putting him through such a big surgery like that isn't particularly kind, and especially when he doesn't give a shit about that lump. He does not care whatsoever. I'm the one that cares because it's an awkward place to have like an open wound, basically. But yeah, we'll see what happens after that. I am so sorry that this is what you're here for. I didn't want this to be my sprints today. Man, earlier in the day, when I was like, maybe I should cancel my sprints because I'm not feeling well, but I decided to just push through it. Maybe I should have like listened to myself so then I wouldn't have to like be experiencing this firsthand in front of many people. I'm really sorry, everyone. Did not mean for this to be this. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. it is very terrifying, and, like, just stupid, selfish thoughts of mine. It's like, "Oh, I was planning a holiday towards the end of the year," but I was like, "Well, maybe I mean, I've already paid for it, but, like, do I go on that anymore? Because is Chopper gonna be here or not when I get back?" And it's just it's really awful, basically, and my brain is doing not fun things. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know. Like, I do know deep down that I shouldn't be, like, blaming myself, but it's just, like he's my child. I've had him since I could hold him in one hand. Um, and it's hard to see something wrong with like your child. Basically, he's basically my child. Let's just put it that way, okay? It's hard to know that they are going through something and you could have done something about it. Does anyone else ever like smile when you're like, I feel like dying on the inside, so you just smile and laugh instead? It's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I get too casual with my pets. I'm very much like, oh, you're a very capable being. You can take care of yourself. I'll just be here for like cuddles and food and walks and all this other kind of stuff. But like, I shouldn't have been as casual with Chopper as I was. I'm just like, logically, I know everything you're saying is completely correct. I know that. And if this was happening to someone else, I would be saying this exact same thing. But my brain is like, no, you did this to John. Don't you love brains? I know. And a part of me wants to be annoyed that they said that because, oh, I could have done something a few months ago. But then again, you know, like, I can't blame them. They've been so lovely with Chopper through the surgery on his leg and through caring for him for 10 odd years. Like, they're so, so lovely. And I think a part of me just like wants someone else to blame that's not myself. I know. Like I say, logically, I know, but yeah. But I am going through it. Yeah. I have a really hard time like advocating for like myself and for others because I constantly feel like I'm unintelligent and that I don't know enough about things to have a solid opinion or stance. So I just kind of like shrink back and be like, oh, whatever else someone tells me, I'm like, yes, okay, I'll take that on board and do whatever they say because I assume that they have more knowledge than I do. And like, which some of it, like, if I'm going to a vet, obviously they have more knowledge than I do in this particular area. But there was definitely a part of me that was like, maybe I should like just get another test or another biopsy just to make sure. And I didn't. So like that kind of annoys me that I could have I mean I couldn't have stood up for myself because I can't do that. I would like to be able to. Um it's a hindsight thing. Like now that this has happened, I'm like, oh, here are all of the things I could have done differently. When at the time, I wasn't thinking stuff like that. It is. And like he is acting totally fine. Like this lump doesn't bother him. He's still eating normally, he drinks normally, he sleeps as much as he always has. He can be active when he wants to be. He's doing everything that he has always done for his entire life. Absolutely nothing has changed with him, which like is a good thing because I'm like, oh, maybe it hasn't spread too much, but yeah, you never know. Sorry that, that you've come to this. Thank you very much. But yeah, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know uh what to do because like I either hang around with you guys and I don't know pretend I'm gonna read because I don't think I can have the focus to read, or I lie on the ground with Chopper. I don't know what's gonna happen. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Don't make me cry again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know. It's yeah, stupid brains. And I think I mean, I would always be affected by this news, obviously, but I think I'm more affected because I thought nothing was wrong. Because the vets were always like so positive about it. And I was like, yeah, sure, it's whatever. It'll just come back as like a nothing and we'll get it cut off and it'll be all fine. I was so, so positive about it. So for then to this just to be like, hey, it's cancer, it very much blindsided me. But yeah. Hi. Sorry you've come to the depressing side of the internet right now. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I do just like I always wish that I could, yeah, advocate for myself and like and for Chopper and make a bit more of a stand if I feel deep down that I want something in particular done. But I always just like back down. But like that's fine. Don't make me cry. Thank you. Thank you very much. He was like, "What the hell is going on?" When after the phone call, I went and just started aggressively like scritching him and like patting him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, do this." He was just like loving it, but also looking at me like, "What is happening?" Um, but yeah, like he's fine, so I'm hopeful, but also don't want to be hopeful because I don't want to be like kicked in the teeth again. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Do I want to read and kind of avoid what's happening? Yeah. But now I want to read something really messed up. And I think I want an audiobook because I don't think I can focus right now. What audiobooks do I have that are the mood? I don't think I have any audiobooks right now that are the mood. Okay. So here are the audiobooks that I have right now. I have Mort by Terry Pratchett. I have The Other Side of Mrs. Wood by Lucy Barker. The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. The Whispering Skull by Jonathan Stroud. Wildfire by Rodman Philbrick. Dark Days by Derek Landy. And Beach Read by Emily Henry. That's in one app. I have The Way of All Flesh by Ambrose Parry, The Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, and Juliet Takes a Breath by Gabby Rivera. That was another app. Why does Hoopla always take so long to load? Actually, I don't know if I have anything on Hoopla borrowed right now. Oh, I have Love Light Farms. And Scribd. What was I planning on reading on Scribd this month? Did I make a list? I don't think so. I know I had Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. So, but like none of those feel like the vibe. Because I want like something really dark and like upsetty. I do have Subcutanean by someone. I don't know what his name is, their name is, but that is a horror. So maybe I could do that. Honestly, I wish I could just read the next Timothy Blake book because it's about a cannibal, and I'm like that's the vibe because it's messed up. And I don't want like happy books right now. I just like I want to read about messed up things. They do break our hearts, and I just every time I go through something like this with a pet, I'm like, why do I constantly put myself through this pain? And then I'm like, because I can't live without them. Like, I cannot survive without an animal companion. I really can't. Even though, like, when I lost my dog Roxy, which her, not that anyone really wants to know, but her ashes are right there. And I had her since year 7? Or was it year 6? No, I think since year 6 until wow, after it was after high school. I don't know, probably until I was like 20-ish, I think. Something like that. I had her for a very long time and like all my like formative years, and I can still viscerally remember having to get her put down. And oh, I didn't think I could ever go through that again. Like I already had Chopper when she passed away. Um and I was just like so devastated. And it's like I don't like how can people like how do animal lovers how do we do this all the time? You know, we make these pets out everything because they are and they deserve to be. And then they get sick. And then you're left with nothing. I'm a dramatic mess right now. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I appreciate all of you so much. Hi, Liv. Sorry you've come to a really awful time. Chopper has cancer, if you haven't caught up. That's true. See, whenever I'm like, yeah, whenever I'm feeling emotions, I'm like, all right, what's something super messed up that I can just immerse myself in? Like, the more effed up, the better. Because then somehow I feel like validated, or it helps me feel my feelings because I feel like rotten on the inside. So I want to be immersed in something rotten. My brain does weird things. Your idea sounds much better. Like, I never thought it would be my thing, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll read it for Blackoween. Um, which, like, I don't think I'm doing Blackoween now, anyways. But I still have the audio. And I've been so intrigued because, like, I know everyone loves it. So, like, maybe. But would that take a lot of brain power? Because I don't have that right now. I'm still trying to sort out, am I going to have to completely uproot my life for the next few months? Sorry, my brain is just doing the brain thing. Like, it would be a fun time. I do have. Like, is it messed up enough? Like, I mean, yes. But that's also not an audiobook. And I think I need an audiobook right now. I mean, is the Way of Flesh, the Way of All Flesh, is that messed up? Because, like, it's a historical. And there's deaths. That probably also is going to take too much brain power. Why do books have to be smart? I do have Blood on the Tracks Volume 13, but then, like, is this too messed up? There's always a fine line. But again, I wanted an audio. I don't know. They are. I don't know how I coped for the few years of my childhood when I didn't have a pet. Thank you. Yeah, I just got the news during the sprints, so great way to start. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have many. I have a picture of me. I have this really cute picture. I wish I could find it. I'm super, super young. I'm on like a tricycle and I'm like in peak 90s outfit. It looks amazing. And I'm just like petting my dog from my childhood. And I'm just like, oh, that's like one of the few photos of her that I have because, it was the 90s. We didn't have money to, develop photos all the time. So photos were like sacred. But yeah, I have plenty with Roxy though, which is good. I have plenty of Chopper. I always need more of Chopper though, because I go through moments where I'm like, oh, I don't need to take a photo of him. Like, I've already got so many. I was like, no, you always need more Chopper photos. I wish I could show you a really cute photo, but my nephew's in it. It was just so cute. Wow, it's been a while since I took a cute photo of Chopper. Oh my god. That's so sad. I mean, I think that was the last cute photo I took of Chopper, and I think that was the one that you requested, Meredith. How have I not taken photos of him? Gonna have to change that. Although it was hard to take photos of him with just him surrounded by blood constantly. Which is not anymore, so it's fine. I'm sorry, I'm rambling because I'm just. If I ramble, I don't have to think. You did mention that to me, and I did write it down somewhere. Let's check Libby. No, not on Libby. What about BorrowBox? the ebook. I want an audio. And not on Hoopla. Let's try Scribd for nothing. Also, did everyone else get that email about Scribd that it's changing to Everend or something? It's like, what the hell? Um, Scribd, it always takes so long. Okay, well, that's loading. Thank you. They have audiobooks. Are you seriously? I've just been reading them on my Kindle. Okay, well, Scribd isn't loading right now, and it's annoying me. Oh my god, there's an audio. How did I not know this? Are they good? I'm gonna borrow it right now. It's a different cover, and I mean, not gonna lie, I don't hate it because I just love what she's wearing. You can see, love that. Now I'm intrigued by that audio. I didn't know they had audios. It just came in yesterday. I was like, oof. Because this is the beginning of the actual story, right? Because volumes 1 to 12 were the prequel, right? And then that's why this cover looks so different because it's like the beginning of the new story, which like interesting because it's going to be older, right? I have to find it because we have a lot of photo albums, but they're all in a tub outside. There are many tubs outside because we've demolished the sheds that were there to build my place, and we've built new sheds. So some stuff is in some sheds, some is not. We don't label the tubs. I shouldn't say we. My mother doesn't label the tubs. If I had my own shed for my own crap, I would label. But I looked cute as hell when I was a kid. Cute. Yes, bed is good. Thank you for being here. Sorry we didn't get much sprinting in. Yes, I will keep everyone updated on Chopper's progress. What? That is an insane amount of time. Wow. Kind of love that. That's very cool. Okay, so I think I'm going to attempt the Scarlet Angel audiobook because I'm just so intrigued. So intrigued about this audio. Like, if it sounds good. But first, I should probably let my parents know that Chopper has cancer. Fun times. Okay, let me get this timer up. We'll go for 45. And I'm going to change the color to darker because I'm in a dark and moody mood. Hello. Yes. I think I will continue sprinting because I like to ignore my feelings. actually did an art project in year 12 on bottling up your emotions. Clearly, I didn't learn. But yeah, I'll be going for a while. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Awful timing for me, like star sprints and then get the call from the vet. Not fun. Yeah, I will continue sprinting. So, avoiding my emotions. Such fun. I'm totally an adult. Let's share the screen. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, we're gonna sprint for 45 and we'll see how I feel when we get back. Hello. How did everyone go? I am feeling mildly more okay. I I went and told my parents about Chopper, um, and they, were asking a whole bunch of questions, and they were saying the same thing everyone else was saying of, not uh, blaming myself, which I'm coming more to terms with about the blame aspect of all this. Um, yeah, and I read through the email that the vet gave me about tomorrow's procedure, which is all good. It'll potentially cost less than I thought it would as well, which is good. Um, yeah. I then listened to looking for my phone as I was staring at it. So smart. I listened to the audiobook for Scarlet Angel and I got to 23%. I don't know how I feel about the audio because I'm so used to reading it on my Kindle and now listening to it. Definitely the voices were not lining up with how I imagined some of these characters spoke. Um, like Logan sounds like such a douchebag in the audio when he doesn't seem that way in the ebook. Um, yeah, and I don't know, some things just felt a little different, but like it's still good. Like I do love this series, and I'm really interested to see what happens next. Because I just got to the point where one of the FBI agents now knows about Lana, and that's an interesting thing. Why doesn't that automatically start? Did I not click a thing for that? I guess. Um, yeah, I don't know what's happening. My brain is still not focusing properly. So, hello, Jonah. Nursing your coffee. We'll wait until you have a few more coffees and then you'll be functioning. 7%, good job. 21 pages, nice. Finished All Boys Aren't Blue. That's a good one. I feel like I kind of want to reread that because I see it pop up every Pride or every time someone does a like queer book recommendation thing. And I'm like, maybe I want to reread it because it was good. Brittany, are you one of those people that doesn't give star ratings to non-fictions? If not, what did you rate it? Got up to page 343 of Blood and Honey. That's awesome. Are you almost finished? I assume you'd be getting towards it. I have no energy and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, my brain is still focusing on Chopper. I also had Max message me a bunch during that sprint and I just didn't reply. So I told Max to read Subcutanean because he really likes I don't know, differences in books. I wish I could explain the types of books Max likes. But Subcutanean is a book where like every copy is different and he enjoys stuff like that. So I told him to read it, completely forgetting that like it's a horror and he's fine with like most horror things, but there are some like sometimes when we're watching horror movies, he's like, this is too much for me. And he's just messaging me like, I got scared climbing down the stairs in my own house because it's so scary. And I'm like, ooh, now I kind of want to read it because that's kind of funny that he got scared. Will I continue with Scarlet Angel? I don't know if I'll continue with the audiobook or if I'll switch to the ebook. Or if I can even continue the sprints because my brain is just. It's like I was trying to think so hard during, you know, the first hour and a bit of this live show. Like trying to process all the information that the vet gave me, trying to deal with my emotions from that. And it's like now my brain is just like, we're done for the day. So not much is happening upstairs. So I was about to say sorry again, and you just said don't be sorry. Yeah, it's a very very draining day for me. Sorry you can hear the dog barking. People on my street don't know how to care for their animals. Yeah. Yeah, so true. I hate book banning or challenging books or any of that crap. Just especially when it's about like certain topics, like just let people experience this. But yeah, it was a really, really good book. Oh, walk, that's cute. Let's see. I'll get to you in a second. Right, so for those of you that didn't know, I'm doing One Foot Forward this month, which is raising money for mental health issues, and where it's like you walk a certain amount in the month and raise money. So my goal is 40,000 kilometers this month. I've already done, what did I say, 12, and today I've done 4.6. And that's about all the walking I'll be doing today because I am done for the day in every sense of the word. Got your October TBR. Splitting headache. Sorry about your head. Yeah, I've had my TBR gate. I was meant to post it on the 29th. Obviously, that didn't happen. And then I wanted to be posted today. That's not happening. I'll post it at some point because I've filmed it all. I've edited, I don't know, half of it. So, like, I gotta post it. But like I said, my brain is just noping out of every situation. Like, I know it would be, and everyone has been so, so lovely. And I'm overwhelmed in a good way with the amount of support like everyone has been giving me during today's sprints. Like it's so lovely, and I am really appreciative that actually you were all there while I got the news about Chopper. So it was good. I needed to I don't know, be social during that time because I would have just, I don't know, melted. Like I would feel guilty stopping, but like my brain isn't working anymore, and like I don't even know what I want to do. I need to go have dinner and feed Chopper. But like I don't know, holding any type of conversation is not going super well right now. Feels weird not like not sprinting for a really long time though. Ooh, 97%. You're so close. That's awesome. I'm trying. Yes. Thank you. That is lovely. Maybe I'll do another sprint and it'll be an hour because I need to go have dinner. And then I'll see how I'm feeling after that. I also need to like tell Max the news instead of just ignoring him. Oh, yikes. Yes, I will. I will have some food. Oh, yes. Oh, I never want to get away from you, Meredith. You're amazing. Yeah, talking at me, that's. I was gonna say that's fine. I don't know what was trying to come out of my mouth. You guys are so lovely. So true. Mm, you definitely are. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being amazing peoples. I think, yeah, I think I will have to stop, which I'm really sorry, but yeah, I'm not going so well. And yeah, I'm so appreciative to everyone for every lovely comment that you've had and being so supportive of um of me and Chopper and giving all your well wishes. It's all lovely. I will put updates on Instagram about uh, what is happening, and yeah, I'll let everyone know things when I know them. Um, I won't know anything tomorrow because he's just getting the CT scan tomorrow. Um, I might know if they get results quickly. I might know in a few days. Otherwise, it might be a week. So we'll see. But I might try and sprint again when I have processed everything and sorted out my life a little bit because this is definitely a big hiccup. But fine, whatever. My brain is doing things and I'm not feeling great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you to everyone for being so nice. Yeah, I'm gonna give him lots and lots of hugs and lots of food because I can't give him breakfast tomorrow. Yes, I definitely will. And yeah, thank you everyone. You've been absolutely